What's going on, everybody? My name is Japes, and welcome to my FIFA 14 Q&A. I asked you guys probably over an hour now ago, but the audio messed up, so that kind of caused some problems. I'm going to scoot this back just a little bit. There you go. The audio had some problems, so I went ahead and I'm now recording it again. So I'm going to probably try to make this like 10 minutes and go ahead and answer, or try to skim through and answer the questions that I ended up seeing a lot of to get those kind of out of the way. First question, George the Blade. Is pace still a huge factor on 14? Now, this is I've got kind of a mixed answer for this one because it's yes and no. Now, this boils down to like fundamental gameplay changes. And when I say that, I'm talking about how defending has gotten harder, as has dribbling. At least in my opinion, dribbling's gotten harder. Now, defending's gotten harder because I don't really think you can just hold A and get away with it anymore. Like, you'll just get beaten. But dribbling has gotten harder because you can't just tap left trigger and instantly change directions while going at a full sprint. That doesn't work anymore. So those two changes are going to have a really big impact on kind of the fundamental feel and how the game plays out. So pace is definitely still a factor because if you mess up defensively, see ya, the striker's gone. However, if you have a really strong defender like Vidic, he's just going to body and the ball's hinged. Peace later. And that's a little Trick TG reference for those of you guys that play LOL. So that's kind of the feel for that one. Is the auction house better to use? Abso-freaking-lutely yes. Now, you can now search for it. So you know how people used to do the, hey, I'm going to play a gold plus 10 all attributes card on Michael Carrick, change him to a striker, and list him for 20K below the buy now of what Wayne Rooney usually goes for. And oh, what do you know? Every so often, someone will buy that Michael Carrick. Now you can just type in Rooney. Problem solved. It's way, way better. The searching for golds is better. The searching for individual players is better. Doing it by position and just all in all, it is so, so, so much better. The changes that they've made to Ultimate Team, the menus, are going to save loads of time. And this year, it feels really, really fluid. Now, last year, it'd do that kind of like loading thing where you'd end up kind of waiting and hoping that it just seemed like it was going to take a long time. This time, at least on the build that I played, it felt instantaneous. Now, when I say the build that I played, what I'm referring to is the way EA does it is they go through progression. So there'll be like a 50% build, a 60% build, and as they make changes to the game and get it closer to where they want it to be, they just keep releasing builds. Play on that one, it's kind of like trial and error, quality assurance. Well, it's not trial and error because they just try to find bugs and that sort of stuff, I guess. I don't know. I'm not a game tester, so I can only guess kind of from what I hear. But what we played is not the full game. So there will be some things that are changed. So I'll move on because I lost my train of thought. Does the player still do the stupid jumping over the ball animation? I didn't notice it in probably the 50 plus games that I played. However, that's not to say that it wasn't in there and it just was fluid this time. So I really can't fully answer that question. Peguino HD, are finesse shots back? The short of it is yes. The long of it is no. And that's obviously hitting both sides with that. Now, the short is yes, because finesse shots are back in the sense that they're good again. You're going to want to go for finesse shots. And finesse shot, top of the 18, was looking really good. But again, it's not the full build. And I'm pretty sure it's something that EA is addressing and looking at kind of where they should stack up. The near post didn't seem as strong, so maybe no more near post OP, but I'm still going to call it OP because it will definitely go in. Are there any new 5-star skillers, and if, who, which? I got some 5-star skillers. I can't remember all of them off the top of my head, which is a bit of a bummer. The one I remember is Bernard from Shakhtar Donetsk. He's 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot, like 90 pace and 80 dribbling or something like that. But he's 5'4" and he felt like a little pansy on the ball. So I don't exactly know how great of a player he's going to be overall on Ultimate Team. So we'll see kind of how that plays out. Now, this goes into the next question. Are the skill moves easier or harder to do? Easier and harder. They're both. They're easier because you don't have to worry about mistiming when you click the left trigger and then going for the skill. Now you can just go for the skill. However, it's going to take a lot of time for people. Well, maybe not a lot of time, but it's going to definitely take some getting used to, because now you can just do the skills on the right stick, but you're going to have the time when you start your skill based on how far away the ball is from you when you're going into your skill move. So it's just little changes like that. For me, it makes the game more realistic, and it's definitely, by the end of it, I was used to it and I liked it. In the beginning, I was like, I'm never doing a skill move again in my life. Let's see. Will skilling be back? The answer is, I would say yes. And that's because defending is a bit more difficult. And when I say difficult, it's the way I defended before is I just hold left trigger and wait for someone to run into me. You can still kind of do that, but not really. You have to do it either perfectly or you have to actually use the tackle button. So that means that there's going to be a lot bigger chance for people to mess up when they use the tackle button. And if a player doesn't have like a good defensive rating, just holding A isn't always going to be, the overpowered, always going to keep perfectly right in front of him, especially with how the change of direction is different. So if you hit A, hit sprint to try to catch up with the guy a little bit, and the guy pulls a move and cuts back inside of you, you're still going to be having, I'm not going to call it momentum. I guess it is momentum though, but the physics of it just felt really good and really quite realistic. Corners, how are they? They're still quite strong. Yeah. That's where I'm going to leave that. They're still pretty darn strong. Let's see. Is pace dominant? We went over that. Are there any additions to career mode? I didn't play career mode. There are plenty of career mode guys out there, so I will link you. So the way it's going to work is on Saturday, I think the embargo lifts, and I can go ahead and upload loads and loads of FIFA 14 stuff and show you guys player ratings and packs and getting started on Ultimate Team, what it looks like, all sorts of different things. Now, I didn't do career mode. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a career mode series yet this year. I think I'm going to go straight Ultimate Team just because there's a lot. And then I'm going to use career mode just as kind of a me time for FIFA, if that makes sense. Because everybody needs to be able to play FIFA. At least for as far as YouTubers go, sometimes you just have to play FIFA for the pure enjoyment and not worry about recording it. Now, there are a couple guys, there are actually a handful of guys that did career mode stuff. So I will point you in their direction once the stuff is released. So when I release all my FIFA 14 stuff, I'll probably leave links in the description to everybody else that was at the event, and you guys can check out their FIFA 14 stuff as well. So even more content, thumbs up for that. Let's see, the player you're most looking forward to using. Now, I used a lot of players. I didn't get to use them all. I didn't get to use Ribery, which was a bummer, but I got to use Robin. He was a beast. But the best player that I used for where I think his price will be relative to what you can do with him, El Shaarawy was a freaking monster. And he's only 3-star skills. But when you guys see the stuff that will be released, it's not all going to be final. Like, skill ratings could change. The players overall still could change. What we played was not a finished build. So that'll kind of be one of those interesting things, but I know he had 87 pace and 80 shooting, and his shooting felt ridiculously good. So he was tons and tons of fun to use. Let's see what else we got here. I think I'm going to try to find some more of them, but best player that you've used, Ballo was still really quite good. Dirty Mike, head-to-head or foot. Also, you're going to enter FIFA 14 tourneys. I played a lot more foot than I did head-to-head, but head-to-head still feels really good, barring... So I played a bunch of different people, and JJ, or KSI, decided to go 3-5-2 with Bayern, which was ridiculously strong. I'd say they were by far the best team at head-to-head. Now, that's not to say Madrid isn't going to be good with Bale and stuff. And also 2v2 seasons was really fun. Cal and I played the guys from 2Sync, so that's something that you're going to get to see. Scored a fantastic goal in that game that you can only score in a 2v2 style scenario, so that's pretty cool. But back to the question, am I going to enter FIFA 14 tourneys? Yes, no, maybe so. So I'm sure I'll play in some tourneys. I'm sure I'm not going to play in others, and then there's going to be that middle ground of, do I want to play? I didn't really feel like I was super strong at 14. There's definitely a lot of stuff that I got to work out. But I really want to, I'm going to spend a lot of time on 14 trying to promote FIFA as a competitive esport and trying to branch out and evolve possibilities within FIFA. So that's kind of, your guys will probably be tuned in to a lot of that on my channel. You'll get to see that stuff, so it should be pretty darn cool. But we're past 10 minutes now. So I'm going to run down quickly some of the stuff you're going to see probably on my channel coming up this weekend. I'm going to have some of the best players, how to get started on Ultimate Team, massive amounts of pack openings. I think I opened like 7 million coins worth of packs. So I know pack openings can get kind of boring. At least they can for me. However, getting to see the player ratings on a new game is something that everybody kind of likes to see, because you see a player pop up and you're like, ooh, kind of want that guy. I think he might be a hidden gem. I'm going to check him out. So you'll see that. You'll see the 2v2 seasons, pro clubs, all sorts of stuff coming up here. So as I leave this with that, or as I leave you with that, I want to say thank you guys for supporting me enough that I get to go over and play this game early, which is amazing. Don't ever think for a second that I don't realize that I wouldn't be there without you guys. So thank you for your amazing support over all of 13, and we're going to try to take that into 14, get some momentum going. I've got a lot of really cool stuff and really cool series planned for you guys that I am pumped about. So I will have more stuff out as this week goes on in terms of probably FIFA 13 stuff. I might do another FIFA 14 Q&A depending on if you guys like this. So if you do like this, leave a like on this video. It just helps let me know what's going on. Leave a comment, say, yes, Jabes, please, you answer some of my questions. Can you answer a few more? That stuff just helps me know kind of where we are. But I'm going to leave you with that. I went on like another minute-long ramble after I hit, no, like 2-minute-long ramble after I hit 10 minutes. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy, like or thumbs up is always greatly appreciated. Other than that, my name is Japes, and I will catch you all next time.